Okay, so this deal went down a couple of days ago. I forgot to mention about it, but nevertheless, I'm the best. Dillon Brooks signed a 4-year, $80 million contract with the Houston Rockets. Now, a lot of people thought that it was going to be a great market for Dillon Brooks, including myself, and a lot of people thought that Dillon Brooks was not going to have much of a career in the NBA. Now, I wasn't going to go that far on the limb on that. I think Dillon Brooks is going to have a decent year, an average year in the NBA. But Shannon Sharpe, as well as others, thought that, Dillon Brooks is no longer necessarily needed for the NBA. Now, I've been living under a rock about Dillon Brooks. Allow your boy to explain. Dillon Brooks was drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies, had some success as a player, also had a lot of success with the Memphis Grizzlies. I felt like last season, everyone had high expectations and high hopes for the Memphis Grizzlies to be a representative in the West in the NBA Finals. That's a lot of people felt like it's the NBA Finals or bust for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies had their, situations. John Morant had several situations, was suspended, and is on a 25 game suspension next season. And Dillon Brooks played the character, played the villain role, had his beef with LeBron James. Pretty much say he poked bears. Memphis Grizzlies played the Los Angeles Lakers in the playoffs, and we all know how that ended. It didn't end very well for Dillon Brooks and the Memphis Grizzlies. I want to make a correction. John Morant was not suspended last year. He just took time off. I do apologize for that, but let's continue. And the front office of the Memphis Grizzlies just left Dillon Brooks out there dangling and in free agency, saying that they were not going to sign Dillon Brooks. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies could sign him to the most money because of the bird rights, but the Memphis Grizzlies said no to Dillon Brooks, and he was out there dangling in free agency. The market was pretty much dry and buried for Dillon Brooks, and to me, I felt like this is a great offer, but it was the only offer that was going to pay him this type of money. I think the teams that are competing are very competitive. They were willing to have Dillon Brooks in the fold, but for a 1 year, maybe a 2 year contract with a team, with the team adding an additional year. It wasn't going to be a lot of money. It was going to be one of those you have to reprove yourself and reprove your value to this ball club. And he was going to take several steps back if he was going to take a veteran minimum contract. And I feel like this contract was the biggest offer that anybody was going to give him. Now, Ime Udoka is the new coach of the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets got a lot of, younger players that they have been drafting for the past couple of years. If you parlay the Dillon Brooks signing with Fred VanVleet, and I'm pretty sure it's not over with, they're going to have some more veteran players. I think this could be a win-win for the Houston Rockets. I think the Houston Rockets are going to be, there was already going to be a very competitive team without Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks. Now you pair these two guys onto that ball club, you got a lot of veteran experience, you got a lot of playoff experience, and Fred VanVleet won a title with the Toronto Raptors, okay? So you got all that experience. I feel like if Dillon Brooks keeps his head down, quit trying to become a character from the WWE and just stay humble, I think this is, I think he's going to be in line for another big payday. If he just plays his card right, quit trying to be a character, and just keep his head down and contribute to the team that way, I think he's going to flourish and going to have a long career in the NBA. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm up out of here. Deuces.